In 1984, President Muhammadu Buhari also changed the color of Naira notes. Femi Falana recounts ordeal. Welcome to the news and thank you for tuning in to listen. A senior advocate of Nigeria, SAN, as well as the chairman of the Alliance on Surviving COVID-19 and Beyond, ASCAB, ASCAB, Femi Falana, has taken his time out to take some netizens on a historical journey as I record how President Muhammadu Buhari regime brought the economic state of a nation to an unstable one after changing the color of the country's currency in 1984. According to history, President Buhari, as of 1984, was a military dictator, and the policy of changing the color of the country's currency led to an untold economic crisis in Nigeria. This statement from Femi Falana is coming as a reaction to the initial deadline that was given by the Central Bank of Nigeria to return all old notes to the bank in exchange for the new ones. Speaking via a released statement by Femi Falana, he tackled the central bank for making such a policy and given a short deadline, even when the new notes are not in circulation. Fortunately for all Nigerians, different credible news outlets have made it known that the President Muhammadu Buhari has approved the date of the initial deadline be postponed till on the 10th of February 2023 so that netizens would have enough time to deposit their own Naira notes into their different banks. In 1984, the Buhari military junta changed the color of the Naira. In a country of 81 million people, bank customers and other citizens were given only 2 weeks to deposit old notes and replace them with new ones. The poor implementation of the policy caused untold hardship, including loss of lives in many parts of the country. Having now started the poor implementation of the 1984 policy, the Central Bank of Nigeria has given a period less than 100 days for bank customers in the country of 223 million people to deposit the old Naira notes and collect the redesigned ones. Really? So he has actually come out. And the thing is, people will vote this man. I thought they said they voted him in because, he has done good things before, he has done good things before for the country, and, he should come and replicate. I think I wish they vote this man in. Anyway, I won't blame people, Sha. Because as of 2014, 2015, PDP came out and they were telling us the kind of untold hardship the country faced because this man was the military head of state. And people think say na normal campaign talk. But now, don't see him. You don't clap for eyes. You don't see him. Some people say God, they want to see more before they believe. They no still believe saying that this man they do them this thing, sha. They still believe saying his regime not the best. But make they say how everything go play out, sha. Okay, God will never forgive Buhari and his household, the very wicked and useless man. The thing is, if you don't know anything about, if you don't know jack about something, there are times that there is a tendency you are going to make a mistake that is going to, let's say for instance now in the medical sector. Let's say you don't know jack about anything called medical line, and then you found yourself in that position. You go make mistake, and your mistake will cause tears. Exactly. But the most respectable thing for you to do is, as say sabi, you go do it and you go fall back, make people with sabi to the work. But alas, no be so. God has already blessed the man, and you're killing yourself. Why not pray for yourself? Buhari is blessed and loved by God. I can do nothing about it. Well, I do. How does God bless Buhari? What does it profit a man to win the whole world and lose his own soul? As long as Buhari meets an unbeliever, he's nothing but a cursed man. Being a head of state or president does not matter. We are not talking about religion here. I say make I remind you now. We talk about how this country go better. For those who don't they talk is cursed and is blessed. I beg make una no lose focus. Okay. I guess God bless him more than IBB, right? But remember, IBB is still paying for his crime he committed against Nigerians and humanity despite his blessings. Take it or leave it, Buhari will not be an exception because what you sow, you will definitely reap. I do not know what you mean by still paying for his crime. Are you better than him? Is he not old? Are you better than his children? Is your father richer than him? Coming from Nigerians with a base with a base say person they blessed based on riches. Have you not been sick before? Will you not die, or are you God? You that is making noise, the crime you have committed with nothing to show it is not punishment for you. You are an olodo. Keep fooling yourself. Do not go and think about your future. Since we just the throw shit at ourselves. Now, as this country go is better, I just say make I remind us, say this is all for the betterment of this country. Now, all for the betterment of this country today. Now we dey talk about. We are not talking about how what's the called? We are not talking about come and make come and make life unbearable, but not to, or come and fight each other. Now how this country go is better. Okay. I don't understand. You guys are just praising Buhari unnecessary for good 8 years. Just name one of his policies that has improved the lives of the poor masses. None. You close borders saying food will be cheap, but what is the story today? You privatize NNPC for efficiency. Where is the flow now? You increase the electricity tariff saying power will be stable. What is the story? You promise to revive refinery. What is the state of a refinery? You can go on and on. All his policies always end up punishing the poor. He does not know how to hold his minister accountable. He always blames Jonathan, elites, and politicians. We are tired of the blame game. Please, he should leave our country for us. Let him just go before it causes more damage to us. Well, this person don't talk true. For everything Buhari promised us and his administration promised us, rather, we had received the opposite of it. And to tell you, it is not in the least funny at all. It is not in the least funny. I tell you, the closing of the border, the privatization of the NNPC, the increasing electricity power, all was to make Nigeria better. But I tell you, it all made things worse. Nigerians, make no making their choices for elections come February 25th. Don't make it on nepotism. Don't allow nepotism and favoritism to be the basis of you choosing your candidate, please. Okay. How? Buhari's name will remain a disaster in the history of Nigeria. The sound of his name will be like that of an evil witch crying in the night. His children will always be negative, and his grandchildren. Haba, make us slow down now. Make us slow down. I know we are all pained. I know it is frustrating. Believe you me, the thing is, make we just brace up. And the thing about Nigerians is, I found out that we adopt to things. The way we adopt to things, it baffles me. I'm still talking about how, we are battling inflation on top of inflation. We started talking about fuel scarcity. This Naira, this design of the Naira, before we can even see Jack Robinson, the deadline don't reach. Before we still they struggle on top of with inflation, we still they struggle to buy fuel, and we are still seeing. Nigerians, give it to us. We are very, very, we are people who can adapt to things, but adapting to things like this should not be what we praise ourselves for, but rather make we put our hands together and make sure we get quality leadership this time around. Okay, on this note, you have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy.